Hey, good morning. It is September the 22nd, a Friday, so that means we're going to do the Friday wrap-up of the Guy Our Cook Report. Well, that makes sense. Today, we simply do the episode that wraps up or recaps all of the previous week's episode of the Guy Our Cook Report. And let's get to it and get her done. On the 18th, which happened to be my birthday, 66, the topic was how to help you take your Google Drive use to the next level, to get more out of Google Drive than maybe you're doing already. There's a collection of 10 links, and here's a sample of one of them. It's on streaming a video. Give that a look and give that booster shot to your Google Drive vitamin, I guess you call it. On the 19th, we took a look at an SEO tutorial, and this fellow, we're just going to call him Ferdy because his last name is hard for me to say. We'll give him a ring and he can pronounce it for you. He's got a number of YouTube videos. This is one of them. Some great SEO tips for beginners to get your SEO to the next level. Maybe you've got somebody that you're paying to do SEO. You can review what they're doing and see if they've dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's by consulting with this reference. Okay? On Wednesday, what's on our mind? I got an email from my aunt on Monday, the 18th of my birthday, and she's done a lot of genealogical research about being related to John Alden on the Mayflower for our heritage. Our ancestry goes on, and she's traced it back 30 generations. She's traced it back. We're likely related to William the Conqueror, who, as you know, or maybe you don't know, he won the Battle of Hastings in 1066. He built the Tower of London. There's a number of things that we've referenced in there, and I just basically copied the email that she sent. And all the highlights of the conversation that she had in that dialogue are listed there. Great fun, great birthday present. And so the next time somebody says to me, "Who do you think you are?" I say, "Oh, you went to the blog post." Maybe not. Anyway, on Thursday, B2B Thursday, yesterday we talked about a week ago's episode. It talked about an ad, and I saw an ad size somewhere, I forget where, and it was a billboard, what they call billboard size, 970 wide by 250 tall. I said, okay, well, if you're going to tell people to make a billboard that size, how do they track the results of how that performs? They go to Google Analytics. You can have campaigns, custom campaigns in Google Analytics, and the link is there, defines those. Gives you an overview, an audit of the performance of that banner. So you've made a banner for your fundraising effort, and you've put it in a number of places, your newsletter and your LinkedIn page and different places. Well, wouldn't it be nice if you could track the performance of each of those? So if you're doing A/B testing, you can find out if the purple one's doing better than the orange one, that kind of thing. So give this a look on Thursday's B2B episode where we talked about using the custom URL builder that's Google's got to work with your Google Analytics. I think you're going to like that. And going back to today's show notes, the Friday wrap-up, and this is so, you'll know if you see this, you've got to the right place, the Guy Our Cook Online Services blog. If you go to blog.guyourcookonlineservices.com, bazinga, there you've got it. Get the one for today's date, and you can scroll down. You can even become a patron. Click that link right there, and you can be a patron on Podbean. That's where the audio archive of a podcast is kept, so that it'll go on to Apple Podcasts. The other things to notice here, the Guy Our Cook Report questions, give that a click the first time there. That's a great piece of increasing your transparency. You know the old saying, if people only buy from people they know. Well, this is to help people get to know you better. Pick 5 of those questions, follow the instructions, we'll get her done. The planning session guide is about getting it done when you're going to make a new landing page, you make a new presence available. Use the planning session guide. That brain food has been nurtured for years now. The link is there in the show notes. I'll highlight it right there when I get to it. And that'll get you done. Again, like I said before, we thank all our patrons. And I would take a minute. We thank Edinburgh Dusters, the one, the only Fraser Ramsey, who's now on vacation, sending out lots of pictures on Facebook of his vacation, having a great time. He's in Cyprus, last I looked. Eileen Smith, Digital Diva, told us about Screencast-O-Matic. That's how we record this show. Her basicblogtips.com is one you want to give a look at. It's full of information, chock full of good links. Basically, the last one we're going to thank is the Facebook group, Friends Just Chatting. Way back when, long time before now, that group was started, and it's just what it says. It's Friends Just Chatting on Facebook. And it's a private group, and you request permission to join, and tell them that I sent you. A little shameless plug. The people that are listening to us on YouTube and watching this video at the same time, of course, click that little subscribe button, if you will, or give us a thumbs up. It matters to somebody someplace. The latest podcast is also available on Spreaker. You can get the feed off of Podbean. You can look at the URL. Oh, we've taken the dashes out. We'll see right here. It says, I got to fix that. It says the URL is firetalk.com, the-GeierCook-report. Well, Ferdy's SEO thing said that you don't want to have dashes in your URL. So it's the Geier Cook Report, all one word. So go to firetalk.com, whack the Geier Cook Report, around about 7 o'clock Pacific time, and we'll be there doing the show, like we are right now. Click to subscribe on Fire Talk. That's so you'll be notified when we're up live. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. There's a little link right there. There's content on Reddit. You can find us on Twitter, on Facebook. You can subscribe to the newsletter. And there you have it. Thanks for listening to the September 22nd episode of the Geier Cook Report. This has been the Friday Wrap-Up. And as I say at the end of every episode, it's a wrap.